So today we're going to be unboxing the Canon 250D. I've been using my iPhone previously to record my YouTube videos, but I fancied a bit of an upgrade. So this is the Canon 250D, aka the SL3, aka the 200Di, I think. There's so many different names for it. This is Canon's smallest DSLR to date. It's about £599 in the UK on Canon's website. I got it from Amazon and it was about £513. I think in America it's about $649. But again, it's worth shopping around because there are some discounts. So it comes with a really nice instruction book. It's massive, plenty to read there. I'll never look at it, and I do think companies now should be giving away like digital downloads instead, and that would probably be more useful because then you would always have it on you in your phone. And it also comes with your standard UK adapter. It comes with one of Canon's own branded battery chargers. One of the first things you'll want to do when you buy this is buy a couple of cheap batteries and a charger from Amazon, which you can get for around £25. That's what I did. Whereas Canon's own branded batteries cost about £55 just for one battery. I got the version of the camera which comes with the EFS 18 to 55mm lens, which is an f.4 to 5.6 depending if you zoomed in or zoomed out, and it's image stabilized, aka IS, and more importantly, if you're shooting video, it's STM, which means it's super quiet when autofocusing. It also comes with a really cute camera strap, which I've had the camera now for a month and I still haven't attached it, but I do need to do that tonight. Lastly, it comes with the actual camera, and wow, does it feel so light. Previously to my last DSLR, which was a 600D, the size difference and the weight difference is huge. Like, look at the size of it in my hand. It's tiny, like a tiny little baby's head. It has this new flip out screen. The only difference I can see from previous cameras I've owned is the textured back, which is really nice to touch. It's also a touchscreen, which is not something I use much unless I'm using the autofocus. So the ports on the side, you can plug in a mini HDMI to use the monitor. You're also able to plug in a microphone, which is great because the built-in microphone is terrible. So this audio that you're hearing now is from the Canon 250D. The biggest downside if you shoot video is there's no headphone jack, and the only reason for that is so it doesn't compete with some of Canon's more expensive cameras, which is really sad. It comes with Bluetooth, so I think it'd be great in the future if they would allow Bluetooth earphones connect, but I doubt they'll ever do that anytime soon. It takes high-speed SD cards, and I got a 128GB one when I got mine, just because I mainly used to film on my iPhone and it is about 128GB and I never filled it up. The flash I haven't used, and it's now a manual version, which means you have to lift it up rather than the older cameras where it popped up like magic. Alright, here we go, wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. Scream if you want to go faster. Hands inside the carriage at all times, please. Health and safety. So originally I was going to go and talk through some of the features, but as you can see from my face here, I was nearly dead by the end of it, and I don't think you'll find it very interesting. I did do some cool things, like here's the difference between full frame and cropped. It took me ages to do that, but I've realised now it's just better if I show you a list. So here is a list of some of the features, and then I'm going to get straight into the pros and cons. So let's now take a look at the pros and cons. The first one, the price. It's a really good price really for an entry-level DSLR. Obviously you can get cameras a lot cheaper, but this is good for photo and video. The next big plus feature for me is the size and weight. I take this little bag with me everywhere I go, and it's got my lenses in, the camera fits in there, just a little backpack, and my tripod clips onto the side of this bag. Before, I used to have to take my bigger bag, a huge bag when I would put my tripod in, because I now have like a fold away tripod that folds up to like this big, even though it's a full size tripod. It's pretty incredible, but we'll talk about that another time, maybe not. Who wants to know about a tripod? Not you! It has a built-in time-lapse feature, which who doesn't love doing a time-lapse? And I remember on my old camera I used to have to hack the system just to get it to do time-lapse, so it's really good that it has that feature built in. The best feature, and the main reason I bought this camera, was for the dual pixel autofocus with eye detection. Some of the creative tools for editing raw images within the camera, it's actually a really cool feature. I thought they'd be terrible, but I have been trying them out more and more. And if you take a lot of raw photos, you can do like quick little edits within the camera. Obviously you've only got the tiny screen to look at, but say you want to adjust the exposure, the contrast, add filters, the all those kinds of things. You can do it all right within the camera, send that to your phone, put it on Instagram, and then say later on you wanted to go and edit it in Photoshop, Lightroom, Affinity Photo, whatever it is you use. Then of course you've still got that option because it saves the copy rather than, you know, affecting the main image on the card. So the inbuilt menu has two options, which is great. There's like a beginner's style menu and an advanced users menu, or it's more like the standard menu that you would come to expect on a Canon camera, and it is actually really useful when you go into different shooting modes. Now onto the cons, and there aren't many, I'll be honest with you, but the biggest one for me was no headphone jack. And I know that's like one of them things where you're like, oh, why do you need a headphone jack? And I didn't really consider it when I got it, but now I'm doing some filming with other people, I was like, I can't hear the audio. You would have to spend extra money getting an external recorder if you wanted to hear audio being recorded, and that would be separate from the camera. Say there's £150 I might spend, would it be better spending that £150 on a camera with a headphone jack? I don't know, for me it's fine for now. The other one is there's no super slow-mo. 50 or 60 frames per second is as fast as it goes. Who doesn't like slow-mo? 60 frames per second is fine, but it's not 120, it's not 260, both which my iPhone can do. So I'm like, oh, this thing's massive compared to an iPhone, surely there's a way they could have done that. Do you know what I'm saying? Quick warning though, and it's something I never really hear anyone else talking about, but if you are completely new to buying a DSLR, there's some things you will need. Am I going too in depth? I think I might be. And I'm just really enjoying going out and creating and stuff, and that's what you want. But as everybody will always tell you, it's just a tool, and whatever camera you have is a tool. It's not about the tool that you have, it's about how you use that tool. So there's big arguments about, you know, you could just use an iPhone and all those kind of things. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing if you'd like to see more from me. I'll see you all soon. Lots of love. Bye.